Hello and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Welcome back to another Fancam. Obviously, if you guys want to catch the full live match reaction, it'll be at 10 p.m. So if you want more of me talking about this dreadful match, then come check that out. But yeah, this is another one of them days, isn't it? West Ham United 2, Arsenal 5. And yeah, make sure to smash a like if you haven't, and subscribe if you're new. We're trying to hit 1K as soon as possible. But this is the reality of it, isn't it, people? Where luckily I got a quick train home. I left in the 91st minute. I was at the game. I kind of wish I left a lot earlier. But capitulation once again. Do you know what it is? It's easy to compare this to the 6-0. This kind of felt like, if some of you guys remember at home now, especially our West Ham fans, when we got battered 5-1 by Newcastle a couple of seasons ago, where there was a little period of time where we were on top, and I mean very tiny. I mean like a genuine like 2 minutes, where we could have scored, or we could have created a chance, or we could have got out and run at their defense. And at times they were sloppy. At the very minuscule times where we actually put pressure on them, um, but then we just capitulated from there. Uh, I haven't watched the goals back yet. I don't really particularly care why they had a second penalty. I don't know what happened. I was at the ground. I have no idea what happened. I don't particularly care. But great free kick from Emerson for the whole situation with that. And listen, Carlos Soler, well done to you, playing in your right position, putting the ball through, and now Bissaka scoring. They're just talking about West Ham United now on Sky. I don't really care who's getting interviewed, but uh, Lopetegui still looks homeless. Um, and speaking of Lopetegui, the guy should leave. Of course, he should leave. But will the boardroom actually get rid of him? Probably not. And to be honest with you, that's why I put in the title "All Eyes on the Boardroom," because it's getting fucking ridiculous now. It is getting at the utmost ridiculous, because this is painful to watch. Just like last season, it's painful to watch. Anyone that puts a positive spin on this season, like they were on last season, you deserve this. You deserve this. But all eyes are on the boardroom now, because as much as we can criticize the manager and the players, as much as we know what the deficiencies are between everyone, who employs them, it's the board, and it's especially the chairman, because the chairman is in charge of the managers, whilst Tim Steinon's in charge of the transfers, which doesn't make any sense. As I've discussed before, that whole director of football dynamic, you need to give the guy who runs footballing decisions the full thing to run the whole club, basically. Um, just seeing the first goal back now on Sky, that is not a foul. That is not a foul. The fact that we were claiming that as a foul is a fucking disgrace. Paquetá is a disgrace for trying to just claim fouls all game, like he has in most matches. And I couldn't see then who was marking Gabriel, but whoever's intended to mark Gabriel, like genuinely, you can't be helped either. You can't be helped either. But these are basic things. But also, what was the game plan today? What is the game plan in any game that we've played? Uh, in fact, it. Do you know what it is? Yeah, that Gabriel situation. Yes, Kilman and even the punch. I actually understand why that's given as a penalty. I don't think you can bypass that. But zonal marking is an issue, yes, but that is similar to the goal we conceded against Aston Villa right at the very start of the season as well. But what is the game plan? What is the style of play? Why is he taking off Somerville as the scapegoat? Why is he scapegoating Crescencio Somerville? I'm not saying Somerville was good today, but I'm saying you took off a winger for a midfielder. This is like having David Moyes in charge again, but just with a better squad. Um, to be honest with you, I'm kind of just sick of it. This is why I don't give no sort of feeling towards this club anymore, no sort of emotion towards this club. More so what people say about the club rather than what I'm actually watching with my own two eyes. Fair play to Arsenal. Listen, fair play. We did give them half the goals, but you had to score still at the end of the day. Especially the Kai Havertz one we literally gave them. Again, Paquetá doing a bunch of nonsense just for us to concede again. We have a better back four than it looks individually, because this manager just sets us out to be shit. I was fine with the lineup. The lineup was completely fine for me. It's just the manager that's the problem. Listen, I can talk about Thomas Suchek controlling a pass. I can talk about miss passing or whatever. I can talk about Paquetá miss passing and having a 0 out of 10 disaster class. I can talk about Antonio not controlling the ball properly. I can talk about all these players, but who is playing them? The manager. And have these players really looked good on a consistent basis for the whole season apart from Kilman and Wan-Bissaka? No, 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 none of them have. So who does that fall to? It falls to the manager. As I've said before, I've put my favourites and non-favourites to a side for a sec to criticise this guy, because as much as we have our favourites, as much as we think who is the best and who is the worst at the club or whatever, the manager's bringing them all down. There's a managers out there that can bring more out of these players, whether they're shit or not shit, whether they're bozos or non-bozos. Um, we've got Leicester next. If Lopetegui isn't sacked, then Ruud van Nistelrooy, you have one job. Just finish the job. Uh, Knowing us, we'll probably win that game. It'll delay a lot more, and then we'll lose to Wolves. But even then, we haven't got the best fixtures to really end Lopetegui's career at West Ham. We could probably possibly get something out of those two games. But at this point, I don't really care. The season was over a long time ago. This is why I complained after the Chelsea game um, about this manager in game week 5 and said there was nothing there. But that's just me in it. I'm the negative one. So big up. But make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. Social medias are in the description if you want to follow me. The email for the inquiries for the road to 1K subscribers. Come and join me at 10 p.m. I'll see you guys later.